This new Armor Freeze Warlock is actually doing really well right now with the wheel in it, and in this video I'm gonna give you a quick guide about it, talk about the mulligans, as well as some general tips so you know what to expect with and against this deck. So if you enjoyed the video and like what I'm doing, drop a like and subscribe to the channel, and don't forget you can hire for some Hearthstone coaching, and I'll do my best to help you hit easy legends. Now let's check out the deck.
You are not prepared!
Here's the variant I used, and it's running even Bob in here. Some people have asked why Bob instead of Kill Jaden. Honestly, Bob did indeed work quite well. Kill Jaden is also an okay thing to include. But in higher legend, I'm not really convinced Kill Jaden is the play. Whereas Bob is basically an extra super good freeze for you in most cases, and you can obviously use it for a few other things as well. But the main aspect would be so you can freeze the board. The idea behind this deck is you freeze a lot of idiots in the first few turns, you draw a lot of cards because of it, you stack some tons of armor with the help of your Arcanite Defense Crystal, and after that you either wear down the opponent with the tons of armor you're gaining with your Sergeris, or you just go straight up for the Wheel of Death game plan, and in 5 turns you win the game because people can't handle the hundreds of armor you could be gaining. You have tons of removal in the form of a couple of Defiles, a Domino effect, a couple of table flips, and you also have a couple of 4-mana Fellfire Bonfires with which you can also make some pretty nice plays with the help of your Arcanite Defense Crystal. As for freezing, you have a couple of Soul Freezes, a couple of Glacial Shards, and a couple of Slippery Slopes with which you can draw tons of cards. And the cool thing about Slippery Slope is you could even use it on your own face because you're never planning on swinging with it. And that would be an extra card draw for you, but be careful not to overdraw as well. In some cases you might just use it on an already frozen minion, so you can just draw 2 or 3 cards that way. It's still a valid tactic for you. And let's not forget, Bob can also freeze the whole board for the opponent, and if you have the spare extra 2 mana, if you do this on turn 8, you could be drawing tons of cards like that, but a lot of times you're gonna find yourself with a lot of cards in hand as well, so it's usually not something you're looking forward to. We have a couple of Fellstring Harps, which definitely help you big time with more aggressive decks, and it's also a great way to mitigate fatigue damage later on if you are gonna be running thin margins, but usually you are gonna have like hundreds of armor, so it's really not gonna bother you that much. We have the couple of Glacial Shards with which you can freeze the opponent's early game minions or mid game, whatever. You can also use it for the opponent's face. That can also be pretty good tactic. Couple of Soul Freezes are one of the positioning spells I nag you guys to position well because of. So if you have things like locations, untargetable minions, elusive minions that is, stealth minions, put them in the middle, and this way the opponent will not be able to cleave more than 2 minions. And if you want to read up on more about positioning tactics, you can check out my Hearthstone masterclass from the description in Metafy. We have a couple of Brittlebone Buccaneers with which the main idea here is to give Reborn to your Arcanite Defense Crystal. Giving Reborn to your Kraken is not a big deal, honestly. The Reborn part is not going to have the Deathrattle on it, so you only get yourself a 2-1, which is really not that amazing. Getting yourself extra Dreadhound Handlers, I guess that also could be a valid point against some more aggressive decks. Getting yourself some extra idiots on the board that way could be very helpful. The Defile, obvious inclusion, is going to help you against all sorts of board-centric decks. Now with Shamans and Demon Hunters nerfed, it might actually be a consideration to just slap in another Domino effect instead, because it's going to be kind of hard for you to pull off good Defiles, but honestly with the help of things like Dreadhound Handler, that way you basically get to ensure that the Defile is going to be doing at least 3 damage AoE, so there's that as well. The Handler, it's a great minion. You could use it on tempo, you could use it for removal, and it's usually a good thing for you to be having in the early turns if you were going to be against a board-centric matchup, but if you know you're going to be against a slow matchup like a Warrior or something, you're not even going to want to hold on to these even on your mulligan. You're going to be straight up looking for your card draw and your wheel, because that's going to be your game plan against the slower matchups. You don't care about early game pressure. The Slippery Slope, like I said, you could be using it on your own face, your own minion, his minions, his face, all of that good stuff, so it's very flexible and it draws you a lot of cards that way, so be careful not to overdraw yourself. Domino Effect, great card again. This is another thing you should be thinking about how to position against opponents with access to this, because the positioning changes. Like, usually you hear me wanting to position biggest minions far left, far right, small minions in the middle, but if you are expecting a domino effect, you actually want your biggest minions in the middle. So that way, like if you have an 8/8 in the middle, that's never dying through the help of a single domino effect, because in the middle they take up to 4 or 5 damage, not much more than that, so that's why you want your biggest minions in the middle in that case, but it's actually kind of clunky, because you also want your biggest minions separated from each other because of things like Soul Freeze, so you can't really position too well against this Warlock deck, so there's that as well. And don't forget, Domino Effect does get cock-blocked by locations, so you could be smart with that too. We also have a single copy of Kraken in here, and this is mainly for your Starship. You could be using it on things like your Arcanite Defense Crystal as well, but it's usually best on your Starship, especially comboed off with Summoner Dark Marrow, which is actually a surprisingly good card in this deck, but you don't play it first and then play your Deathrattle minions. You actually play your Deathrattle minions first and then play this guy, because you don't want your Deathrattle minions to die instantly, in most cases at least. I mean, it's flexible. You could, you might not. Like, if you're expecting the opponent to steal it or something, yeah, sure, kill him off straight up, but if you actually want those taunts to be living for you, you might actually play the taunts first and then follow up with this guy, so you can make the trades with your taunts and get the double armor that way. But a great combo would be, if you have already launched your Starship, it would be to play Summoner Dark Marrow into Kraken, and that way you get the kill off the Starship and resummon it instantly, and gain the armor twice that way, which is absolutely huge. We also have Reverb in here. It's amazing on Reborn Arcanite Defense Crystals, it's great on your Starship, and it's also great on some opponent minions if you need to do that. And this way you could even technically steal opponent Starship pieces if you feel that's gonna benefit your game plan, but there's usually not a better thing to be reverbing on than your own Reborn Arcanite Defense Crystal. Like I said, the Fellfire Bonfire is in here, so it enables you to actually make cheaper combos with the Arcanite Defense Crystal. This way you could do something like Brittle Bone for 2 mana, 1 mana Arcanite, and heck, maybe even tempo out Summoner Dark Marrow after that or something. But yeah, this way, this enables you to make a lot of easier combos. Just don't get baited into wasting it into a 0 mana Dreadhound Handler or 0 mana Kraken, but in some cases the Kraken is the thing you want to be discounting, so there's that too. Like I said, the Summoner is best used when you already have the Deathrattle minions on the board, unless you have a very good reason to play them after that. So you can be flexible like that, but obviously this thing is in here, so you actually have access to a bunch of Death Knight cards like Brittle Bone, like Dreadhound Handler, like Slippery Slopes, all of that good stuff. Bob is mainly gonna be a Blizzard for you. You'll get to freeze the opponent's board, stall them like that, so you can keep on developing your own game plan, and it's actually amazing using this on a full board, so this pretty much completely locks down the opponent from the board unless they actually use something to kill off their own stuff. So it definitely is a great way to stabilize the board. Exodar, in 90% of the time you are going to be using it on your Starship to get the Starship pieces back. And it would be a great follow-up turn for you to actually get all of those 1 mana Arcanite Defense Crystals and play them with the help of Brittle Bone Buccaneer, and that way you get to make even more armor out of your next Starship. We obviously have the wheel in here. It's not always going to be your game plan. Sometimes against aggro you don't even want to be playing the wheel, like you already have enough problems. Burning the rest of your deck is not something you're going to be doing against absolutely every opponent. So don't get baited into always using this, always looking for this. It's a win condition you use when the opponent actually leaves you enough breathing room and you know they're not going to be pressuring you too much. And you know you're going to be able to handle the next 5 turns with the cards you already have in your hand, so be careful not to get baited into using this when you actually don't need to. Sargeras, absolutely amazing. Would be awesome if you managed to actually pull him off for the taunt, but a lot of the times you're going to find yourself using him to delete the opponent's board, and don't forget this thing removes the minions from the game, so they're not gonna get Deathrattle, they're not gonna get Reborn, and they're not gonna get resummoned. So if you're against something like a Tsunami Warrior, Druid, that kind of deal, they're not gonna be getting all of those idiots back for them. So that would be an excellent way for you to be dealing with those kinds of threats. Yeah, a lot of the time this thing is just going to be a netter for you and you're not going to be able to get taunts out of it, but you're still going to be summoning extra 3/2, so that can be amazing for you. The table flip, amazing removal. You are going to have a pretty full hand in most cases, so this would be 1 mana, 2 mana kind of deal. Just don't get baited into playing other stuff and then playing the table flip. Like if you can play the table flip first, it's usually gonna be the best way for you to do so. You also might want to be hero powering before you use this thing, so you can actually make it down even cheaper. So yeah, be smart about how you use this one. And lastly, we have Ceaseless Expanse, another great removal tool for you. This does not remove the minions, it just destroys them, so things like Deathrattle's Reborns are going to be triggering. So be careful not just to use it on a Unkiliak's board and them just being able to kill this. I mean, in some cases it's still a valid play, but don't expect to be sticking a 15-15 is what I'm trying to say. Funny little thing you should be thinking about is with the Kraken, if your board is actually full and you use the Kraken with Reborn on your starship, if you don't have enough room on the board and the opponent actually kills a Reborn Kraken, you're gonna lose the Deathrattle starship. Because Reborn resolves first, and then the Deathrattle tries to see if there's room for it. And if there's no room for it, you're not gonna actually summon the extra starship. This is a funny little situation that I almost got punished for on the last game, I think. So you're gonna see how that one panned out. But yeah, it's something to think about, especially when you have a Sargeras location. The board is only gonna be 4 spots extra for you, so it's very easy to actually burn a Deathrattle for you that way. As you can see from the popular variants so far, we don't have any amazing stats. Like this one kinda did well, but not anything too amazing, and it's kinda different. I'm gonna have to use this one for some better sample size. Here we can see some of the matchups. Dungar Druid was a problem. That's no longer going to be that big an issue. Aggro Demon Hunter, I don't believe it's going to be a problem for this particular variant. Discover Hunter used to be problematic. Now with Zilly nerfed, it's going to be slightly less problematic. Asteroid Shaman, Pirate Shaman, I guess Asteroid would be a problem still, probably. Psycho Rogue is going to be less dominant, so all around, a lot of its bad matchups actually did get nerfed right now, so should be a bit better even for this less optimal variant. And as for the mulligan, it's really going to come down to the matchup. Like if you're expecting aggro, you are going to be keeping a lot more defensive tools. If you're expecting slow control stuff, you're going to want to basically find your wheel faster, your card draw, that kind of stuff. And here's what the stats are showing on the coin. We don't have Defile in this one, so depending on the matchup, Defile would definitely be a great keep. And yeah, these are the stats for here. All around, that's it for the deck. So far, not many people have done too well with this one, but we saw it's super powerful in Worlds, and I actually also did super well with it in Top Legend, so be careful crafting too much for it, and be careful, it might not be the playstyle you're gonna be enjoying the most. It's a pretty good deck, but you gotta be pretty good with it, and you gotta be really good at predicting what the opponent is gonna do against you. So that is why you're gonna see me try hard and super rope out on some of my turns. Like yeah, I wasn't also the brightest Warlock player out of the lot, so still we managed to win a lot more than we lose with this one, so it is definitely worth trying the deck. Hope you enjoyed the guide. Now let's check out some of my games on my road to top 100 legend with it. Hope you enjoy. Bit on the sketchy side. I don't think I need to straight up hold on to the wheelie boy. Yikes, Mo, that's fucked up. Emoting without consent. Yeah, you know, dude. Freezy Bob. No kill Jaden. No need. Ain't nobody got time for that. With all the armor we'll be getting, we can even hero power to help the fatigue a little. No need to tempo against the hunter nowadays, in today's day and age. Perhaps, no, perhaps. This guy might be a Grunter Hunter for all we know. If that's the case, he's gonna be very sorry. Nope, not Grunter. The mystery is over. Let's just put down a couple of these, shall we? This way I set up a good kill with the Fellfire. Well, that's why I wasn't playing the 2-2 shits there now, was I? Okay, this guy's not aware that he needs to be positioning. Not aware. He gets plus health here, that'd be a damn shame. Let's slow him just a wee bit.
These could belong to a brand new species.
Sure did. Can you not? Well, I can freeze this whole board, lock him out for a turn. Ain't nothing wrong with that. But, not a big fan of him discovering extras.
So many possibilities.
Not a big fan at all. So I think I'd rather domino the shit out of him. I'm not sure I can afford the hero power like that.
Almost out of time.
Shouldn't be able to discover all that much. I'm gonna try like this.
8 combatant center, and I take the crap.
Both trackings are out, so bird watching is something he can do. Could get a bunch of secrets, but that's not so great. Okay, hero power pass. Load a seat, load a seat. tempo this thing. It'll be a damn shame if he has Rangari scout into double 6 damage to the move. Damn shame. Secret time, okay. I'm down with that. This bot pretty good. He's pretty flexible, so yeah. Should be pretty good. Okay. This is still gonna leave me with a idiot on the board, so it is the play. Draws me a couple of cards this way. Alrighty then.
Eyes on the horizon.
Even do the Kraken. That went so well. Okay. Hopefully no MC Tech. Apparently not. Okay, we got ourselves a new shiny coin. Let's go ahead and grab that thing.
I alone will shield my people.
My plans are coming to fruition.
I guess the Demon Hunter. Soul Freeze might be important. Oh shit. Runs patches? Why? We got Darkonite, that helps. That helps big time.
Not enough time.
I think I'll just do this for now. Nah, I haven't really. Denlars doesn't feel like a deck I would like to have anything to do with. He was a little bit on the scummy side.
Witness true arcane
Not a huge fan.
enigmatic.
Well, I'm gonna freeze these and draw a bunch. Leaving him with spell damage, not the brightest idea in the world, but nah, fuck it, I'm not gonna have to coin it. Yeah, I know I could have done that too, but we were suffering from success as is. Next turn I might Fellfire plus Glacial, could even Fellfire my own Glacial if he doesn't give me anything. He just goes for the 4-mana hero power. Guess not. I mean, he didn't quick draw it, so still could.
Nice to meet you. Witness true arcane magic. How enigmatic.
No dice. I'm gonna curve into that one way or another. Yeah. Facts. And there's that thing I was talking about. Reverb ain't the worst. Slappery slope. I can slap with that. Probably shouldn't have. Probably shouldn't have though.
Chill out.
Probably should have just reverbed that. Regret. I don't need too much out of it, man. I don't need too much out of it. If he decides to kill it here, I'm just gonna use Exodar on it. Don't believe me, just watch. Okay. Now you come, you piece of shit.
Eyes on the horizon.
I really hope he doesn't have Canyon there. Because if he does, I'm in danger. Big time. And these here cards awfully remind me of Caney Boy. Doesn't seem like it. I mean, if he ain't killing, maybe he's just looking for Kane. Did he get it? Odds were about 10%. Hey, how's it going, Danny? Been a while, brother. How have you been? How are you doing? I think this dude's had enough. No need to do that. Another reverb, you say? I think I'm into that shit. He found the lethal, guys. Took him a while. Okay, it's definitely fun exploiting all of these freezy boys against Demon Hunter, I can tell you that much.
Gul'dan versus Yrel.
I fight in the name of honor.
My plans are coming to fruition.
Another Pally. Slippery Slope might end up being worth. I'm gonna actually hold on to it for turbo draw. I'm going first, so my hand is gonna be lonely. Rogue. I think in top legend Rogue is still gonna be quite up there. I feel like it. I'm a tempo of Brittle Bone. Let him feel a little bit of pressure, see if he likes it. Yeah, hand buff would be having a pretty sad time. And this guy kinda looks to be hand buff. Could be coining out a weapon. Okay, there we go.
Come in here.
Perfect. Enjoy. Yeah, cool stuff, DJ. Yeah. Nice and techno-y. Just what the doctor ordered. Okay, sadly he will be killing this armor boy off. He'll be killing both of these off. Sad. Regret. Another one. I ain't doing much here. I don't think he has the weapon, does he? I'm gonna just freeze this one for now. Okay, that's something, I guess. Rather keep this hand somewhat lonely. Yeah, good stuff, good stuff.
Toys are much more fun than brains.
Do you have anything to declare?
The light dims, but we fight.
Yeah, that's kind of hot. Not hot enough. I think I'm gonna go with a table flippy here. Next turn could be a Bobby boy. We'll see, we'll see. This kind of looks like it's a part of the game this way.
I have little time.
Kind of like it.
The toy store belongs to the Titan.
Sure. He's not pressuring me that much for me to really respect this with a bob. Table flip is cool on that. Yeah, I'm gonna flip it. That about it. Next turn we can bob, turn after maybe Sergeris or something. Let's tempo this thing. I'm gonna have somewhat of a roomy hand. You can watch my new video about deck tracker, Valley. What do you mean? You go to general and unlock the overlay and move shit around.
You're gonna love the way you look.
That's a lot of damage. Could use the rushy boy as well if he feels like it. I mean, it's not that much to figure out, Mel. I have a feeling for it, I do believe. Yeah, that's a lot of damage. Gotta be careful now. Gotta be real careful now.
So many.
Only a couple of pieces in that one. Yeah, this ain't the hand.
So many possibilities.
I think I'm gonna launch this ship, yeah. Come on, launch this shit. Wow, that was funny. No, I ain't launching it. Fuck it. Why no, Bob? Because Leroy would like to know my location. Leroy would like to know my whereabouts. It does have the 1-mana thing as well. It's rude.
Open your minds to the light.
I could reverb the Amidas. I could also Sargeras here, but he's gonna kill it with Titan.
So many possibilities.
I don't have much in terms of AoE here. I really don't want to have no taunts on the Sargeras, but I think it's good enough. He only has 3 cards in there plus the 1/1, so might as well. Should I bob him for a turn? I think I'll bob him for a turn, guys. I'll bait him out.
Eight combatants enter, and I take the crest.
Should be annoying enough. That is gonna allow him. No, it doesn't. It's frozen. Can't even draw with the Titan. Little Magata at least, that helps. Another Arcanite. That's kinda cool. How cool is it? Nothing that can't wait. Good news is he buffed this thing, but is it a 2/2? I think it's actually free now, so he can't even kill it with the weapon alone. Yeah, good job, Trim. Good stuff, good stuff. Come on, Belly Boy. I got you. Playing fucking hand buff Belly in top 40. What the fuck, bro? Standard is saved. Standard is saved, guys.
Little time.
Poor bastard. Why is he buffing my Sargeras, bro? What was the point of that? You wanted a bigger thing? Yes. Whoa. I can just Fellfire this turn and next turn really pop off with the help of this thing. Yeah, it's good enough. I'm wondering if I can go even greedier than that though, and I think I could. Honestly, this is good enough, guys. Surely this is good enough.
Eyes on the horizon!
I can still use this though. Why not? Is Kraken better than the Reverb? No, right?
This is your
Yeah, figured it out. Overcomplicating things. 125.
Gul'dan
Flicks.
versus Garrosh.
Let's flick him off.
My plans are coming to
Yeah, exactly. Release the Kraken. Hard looking for the wheelie boy, or at least the turbo draw. None of these. There's the wheel. GG.
Let me hear you make some
Okay, pushes the tempo. Getting Sergeris also feels nice. Alrighty then. We couldn't give less of a fuck for his armor gain. I should have hero powered first, then equip the weapon. It's 21st of January from what I hear, Mo. I think that's common knowledge from the latest BlizzCon or whatever the fuck.
so many possibilities. I wonder.
Could draw like this first. Yeah, pretty much. Okay. Looks like I can do some Buccaneer Arcanite bullshit. Couldn't care less about that.
Eyes on the horizon!
Yeah, sucks to be him, I guess. Cool story, Bob. Shut up, wait around it. Do I coin out right now? I don't think I'm in that much hurry.
So many possibilities.
You would? I guess. It's probably too greedy waiting around. Someone's a copy. I don't need to do much of anything here, do I? What's the point of that? I guess he has a fizzle hand in there. Or something. If I launch the ship... Launch the ship and reverb, it sounds about right. Guess I should have done that last turn. Or should I just launch the ship and play this guy? It's not a guarantee it's gonna proc that way though. Honestly, I'm just trying to maximize here. Sergeris? I guess he's also fine, honestly. Sure. He's gonna probably fucking do it again, but he ain't got time to dilly-dally. Did show a Blade Storm. Not sure it's in the fizzle though. It is in the fizzle, isn't it? I guess not. That must suck.
This is only the beginning.
I could defile the ship indeed. MC Tech is a card after all. So yeah, might as well guarantee all of that armor. Call it a day. Chose wisely. Playing it awfully scared like, but gotta be careful nowadays. A lot of things around the corner, you know. A lot of scary things.
Gul'dan versus Uther.
Against Bitch Lazane. Let's see it.
My plans are coming to fruition.
Should I even hold on to the harp? I'd say no. I'm gonna be looking hard for the combo pieces. Yeah, it's kind of funky. Kind of like it. Okay, looks to be hand buff again. Domino effect ought to be fun. There's the Harpy boy.
Tuned to
I'm
perfection.
not against top decking it. My hand came back, guys. Help. I'm gonna slow him down with a face freeze here. Nothing wrong with that. Okay, pushes the tempo. It ain't gonna push itself. Fable flip. Ain't that the truth?
Nothing gets past my hounds.
That ain't bad. Could have also domino effects. I don't know. Domino could be a lot more important later. Sure. If I go with the armor boy, he will be able to kill my buccaneer and everything. Not a huge fan, I can tell you that much. I think I'm just go ahead and do this. A little bit of this. Next turn we can do a bit more.
The light dims, but we fight.
The toy store belongs
Couple of big men. Could go Buccaneer, this guy, this thing. That's gonna be a lot of armor.
So many possibilities.
I think I like it well enough. Could be a lot more later. It's gonna be like 24 armor right now though. It's also a body he's probably gonna care about, but no, don't like it that much. I don't like it that much. I'm gonna go like this. I think this way it's best. I don't want it to trigger right now. I'd rather have a couple of idiots right now on the boards. Make him feel fucky like that. That's still 24. Don't care about that. Felt kind of like a waste.
Set it down and I'll
Who the fuck runs this shit? This guy. Why would you waste the rush on that, bruh? That feels wasteful as fuck. Oh god, he ignored it? Oh, he didn't. Okay. Would have been funny. Could use Bobby Boy here. Although this is not that big a board for me to care for. Yeah, not that big a deal, is it? I'm gonna go like this.
Almost out of time.
Ah, fuck it, I'm a freeze.
8 combatants enter, and I take the threat.
Fuck yeah. Gotta be real careful. It's dangerous in these here parts.
Accidents, they happen, you know.
Dangerous. Sir Gary boy, let's fucking go. Send the lure minions to the Twisty Stormy. Suck it! Suck it! Gotta suck him dry. Those are some pretty big men in his hands. This thing, for instance, is like a +7 at this point. It's a freaking 8/8 in there.
I smell gold in them there waters. Wait, I'm rich!
I think it's time to launch the ship.
I won.
Next try I can go crazy with these. Could just dom it out of 12.
I wonder. I'm almost out of time.
Didn't realize that. I'm gonna just dom it out of big man.
New planet to burn.
There's that +7 I was talking about. Oh shit! Who the fuck runs Lionessa in this bitch? Why? What the fuck is he doing? Yes, I'd like to ask a question. What the fuck? Okay, do I even care about this board? I can make trades. Yeah, fuck is that even? Some tomfoolery.
I wonder.
Can I make a defile out of this whole lot? 1, 2. There's no free on the boards. Guess I don't need it to be a free. I'm not gonna risk my life over this thing, I can tell you that much.
Eyes on the horizon!
Yeah. Who the fuck runs Lionessa in this shit? What does he want from rogues, man? Oh, this shit. There's no spell, he just wants this shit in there. Didn't even bat an eye when I saw this rogue card. Yes, top 12 legend, by the way. Let's not question it. We're the stupid ones, probably.
Reporting for duty.
Questionable.
You're gonna love the way you look. But we fight.
Land ho! Raise fell!
Did I just reverb it? Sure. Kraken? It does protect me nicely as is, though. Maybe.
Planet to burn!
Yeah, probably reverb was the play there, wasn't it? Actually, right now, couldn't he fuck me over big time? Deathrattle is slower than Reborn, I think. So if he kills the Kraken right now, I'm out of ship. I think Reverb was always the play there. Yeah, I think so. Let's see if the top 12 Pally player knows that, though. We're about to find out.
I must move quickly. I will not forsake you. Be reborn in my image.
He doesn't know. He does not know.
Reporting for duty.
Problem is, I don't have enough room to make it work either. I'm actually kind of cock-blocked myself. I could reverb. So clunky, man. I'm gonna have to reverb like this, so I can actually make some room. Okay. Wonder if there's an MC tech in this guy's deck. Even if there is, it's not a big deal. You can still reverb it back. Yeah. Gotta get my vodka intake.
Reporting for duty.
Next turn I'm gonna hero power into Ceaseless Expanse. I mean into Wheel. As long as I get the Arcanite though. There you go. Good luck with the 100 plus total. His cards are all fresh. Turn 8 the latest, we're turn 13, so not that much buffs going on in there. Let's start trying to develop, but he knows full well there's a Ceaseless in this bitch. He's probably trying to bait me over here. Think I can handle this without using Ceaseless. How do you like them apples, Chief? He does have a plushie in there, so he will be able to handle this, but he doesn't have time to handle, he needs to be tempoing. And that was very tempoing for him. I mean, kinda Savannah, as long as you have ways to actually handle a potential burst of stats on the boards. I should have killed off the 2-1 in there, that was silly. Would have got myself a new free 2. Why not full kill Jaden? What's the point of that? And if I got time to kill Jaden. I mean, right now, obviously, I could play a 7-mana kill Jaden and feel okay about it, but That's one extra card that's not helping you reach this point of the game. It's definitely a card you could include. It does give you an extra layer of strategizing. You could be winning games differently if the wheel is not gonna pan out for you, but I don't know. This one seems to be doing pretty good for me for now. This is gonna be the 5th win, 2 losses, so definitely can't complain too much now, can I? Yeah, but do we care about fatigue right now? Really? In this economy?
You're gonna love the way you
Okay,
look.
he's going all in.
An ocean breeze puts the mind at ease.
Yeah, shit. Wins Fury 2020. Damn, boy, that's a lot of boy. Chill the fuck out. Chill the fuck out.
Victory is
Sort it out. That was a lot of damage there at the end, now wasn't it? 112. Let us see it, let us see it. Alrighty guys, that's gonna be it for tonight. Hope you enjoyed the stream. That was definitely pretty fun blasting with this thing. Thank you for being here. Again, a little bit on the lower side of the viewership, but it is an awkward time we're streaming, so there's that too. Go on guys, check out the YouTube channel if you still haven't.